The US has made a lot of changes in order to keep all of the drugs coming in from China, but their best efforts are failing. This is an article that came out in January 25th, 2018, in time.com. I will leave the link to this article in the description box. Chinese drug makers are getting opioids into US through the Postal Service. So they have drug sniffing dogs and all kinds of scanning machines, and these drugs are still making it in. Congressional investigators said Wednesday that Chinese opioid manufacturers are exploiting weak screenings at the U.S. Postal Service to ship large quantities of illegal drugs to American dealers. In a year-long probe, senators found that Chinese sellers who openly market opioids such as fentanyl to U.S. buyers are pushing delivery through the U.S. postal system. The sellers are taking advantage of a failure by the Postal Service to fully implement an electronic data system that would help authorities identify suspicious shipments. At a time of massive growth in postal shipments from China due to e-commerce, the investigators found that the postal system received the electronic data on just over a third of all international packages. More than 300 million packages in 2017. Getting those amount, that's a lot of packages coming from overseas. And so it made it hard to screen. You can't screen all of them, and not that kind. People would never get their packages for months and months and months. So you can see how easy it is to get things in, such as fentanyl. Data in the Senate report shows no significant improvement during 2017, despite the urgency. The U.S. Postal Service said it made dramatic progress in the last year in total packages with opioids seized by U.S. Customs and Border Protections. Well, apparently it's still not enough. He said implementing the use of electronic data has slowed by the need of negotiate with the international partners. So what they want to do is get the people on the other side of the ocean to do a lot more scanning. And technically, they don't have to do it. They don't have to do anything up to US standards. This is their country, and they can do whatever they want. The Senate probe matches many of the findings, 2016 investigation by the Associated Press that detailed unchecked production in China of some of the world's most dangerous drugs. AP reporters found multiple sellers willing to ship carfentanil, an opioid used as an elephant tranquilizer that is so potent that it has been considered a chemical weapon. The sellers also offered advice on how to evade screening by U.S. authorities. Now, apparently it's working because the synthetic fentanyl is still making it in. And not to mention, even if you get most of it from the U.S., it's still shipped heavily into Mexico. Okay, and it's also being shipped into Canada. And those drugs from Canada and Mexico are also making it into the US. So really, this battle is a no-win. It really is. They're not going to win this battle because the drugs are, and you're also talking about, if you remember, I did a video on all of the drugs coming into the US from the Dominican Republic. I did that video too. You got multiple places that are sending drugs into America, including the South American countries. Those drugs are making it in. So This is a battle they are simply not going to be able to win, y'all. They're not going to be able to win this at all. Okay. Researchers on the Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations also contacted Chinese sellers directly. The sellers prefer payment in Bitcoin. Investigators traced the online sellers to 7 U.S. opioid deaths and 18 drug arrests. The Senate has cleared the report to be handed over to law enforcement. Well, good luck. Law enforcement in America is not good. It's not. Okay. They have not stopped 1 ounce of crime in America. They have not stopped any killings in America. In fact, they do a lot of killing. And they have not stopped any drugs from coming in the country. So, the way I see it, what good is your law enforcement? Nothing is being reduced in America as far as any kind of crime, really. So, what good are they? They're not doing anything to me that's making a difference out here in the public. In one case, the investigators trace orders from an online seller in China to a Michigan man who wired $200 in November 2016. The next month, he received a package from someone identified by the investigators as a Pennsylvania based distributor. A day later, the Michigan man died of an overdose from drugs, including a chemical similar to fentanyl. The huge influx of opioids has led to a wave of overdose deaths across the US in the recent years. Republican Senator Rob Portman, the subcommittee chair, noted that fentanyl now kills more people in his home state than heroin. The federal government can and must act to shore up our defenses against this deadly drug and help save lives, he says. Well, good luck, because it won't work. Good luck. If you are not controlling the other countries that are sending the drugs in, then you are fighting a losing battle. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell twice. Join me over on Black Junction TV and blackspot.com. And if you can become a patron or make a donation through PayPal or GoFundMe to my channel, it would be deeply appreciated. Peace, family.